sit down and film a little chatty video today. I've got a cuppa. It's all getting like, what's the word?
Got some gherkins.
Oh my god. Like cozy, nice chatty video, you know.
Hopefully you've seen that last week or the week before we did a travel top tips just about generally travelling, kind of around Southeast Asia, but just like
planning the travels more than when you're actually there. Yeah. So today we decided to film a top 10 things to see and do in Bali video. We've compiled our favourite thing. Get that gherkin right in there.
Go
on. So obviously there's lots of things we didn't do while we were out there that might be on other people's lists, but this is what we did and we know from experience is really fun and what we think you should do if you are travelling out to Bali anytime soon.
Which I would recommend you do.
Yeah, highly recommend. Not just Bali as well, by the way. We are going to be talking about the Gili Islands, which surround Bali, kind of.
I think we preferred them to Bali. Bali was like amazing, but just loved the Gili Islands. No.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump straight into it. We've got a little list here. We started in Seminyak.
Yeah.
The first thing from Seminyak that I can find on my list, Potato Head.
Yeah, let's talk about Potato Head.
So in Bali, beach clubs are quite like a big thing. We didn't really maybe do them to their like full, because they are quite expensive.
They are quite expensive.
And we had obviously been away. We hadn't just gone on holiday to Bali, like we'd been in like Cambodia and Vietnam first. So we weren't really there to spend all this money in beach clubs, but we still went to like quite a few and they're just really nice.
I think the thing is with the beach clubs in Bali is they're not how you picture beach clubs. Maybe like
it's not like Ocean Beach.
It's not like Ocean Beach or like in Marbella and stuff like that, where it's like just like it's a more chilled like, and it's a different vibe of people. It's like family, it's like friends. You can go to, so Potato Head Beach Club is in Seminyak, and you can go during the day or in the evening. You pay for the seats that you want, but with the money that you pay, you get food and drink.
So it's kind of like you like set like a bar tab.
Yeah.
Also went to Finn's Beach Club in Canggu and La Brisa in Canggu.
Yeah.
And we didn't go to, what was the one in Uluwatu that old man was like?
Yeah.
Finn, Single Fin. Potato Head, the best pizza I've ever had in my life. I had this chickpea, I think about every day, like chickpea pizza, and it was unreal. So if you go to Potato Head, we're 10 out of 10.
What did I have?
Did you have like halloumi skewers or something?
And the service in there is like so good. Was it your friend that was saying that they'd got a bed and they were like coming over with fresh towels? Every time they got in the pool, they were giving them like fruit. Pool is just gorgeous. It's like lit up in the evening, and people, it's obviously warmed, isn't it? Warmed up in the evening because people are like swimming.
We didn't swim in them, did we? The number 2 on the list in Seminyak was this Peng cafe that we went to for brunch called Cafe Organic. Like
that was the most unreal breakfast I've ever had. We had smoked salmon with a poached egg on quinoa.
Oh, it was so good.
And it doesn't even sound that like amazing, does it, when you tell people? But there was just something about it. I hadn't eaten for a few days as well because I'd been not well, so it was.
I don't know if you can see, but like unreal, like so nice.
Yeah,
it's on like the main road, from the beach up to the Seminyak town. Okay. Next in Seminyak.
What's next? Or was it
number 6?
Canggu?
No, that was Seminyak. We went after Potato Head.
Oh yeah, okay, so there's a club called La Favela. It was like a big, how would you even describe it? Like a house, well, not a house.
It was like, if you've been to Budapest, it was a bit like Simplica.
Yeah,
like, just this like, it was a big house, like a huge house with loads of different like random rooms in, like outdoor terraces, like
lights
bridges,
outside,
lights. It was like
trees,
so cool. But really good music as well, I remember. And there was like food in there. Do you remember like that takeaway with like the chips?
A Mexican van or something, like selling food like in the club.
Yeah.
And yeah, the music was really good. But there was all different rooms, so if, you know, depending on what, wasn't there like a tattoo?
Yeah, tattoo parlour.
Yeah.
And there was like this like tea room that you could be like invited into. Do you remember we were like downstairs and there was that guy on the door? Moving on to another club, the next place we went to was this town called Canggu. And it's called Old Man's. And it's kind of a bit
of a club.
It's not a club, it was kind of
a beach club
again, but that's where we discovered Bintang Radledge, remember?
Yeah, the best beer ever.
So
I had a really good techno DJ on like one night, which was really good, and it was really busy there, good atmosphere. Yeah, if you're in Canggu, go to Old Man's.
Yeah, 100%.
Also in Canggu, next to La Brisa was a little restaurant where we ate one night, and it's on the beach, and they had like barbecue. So it's like it was like a buffet. So you choose what you want on the barbecue. So you can either have like pieces of fish, pieces of chicken, or whatever, or
like roasted veg, halloumi.
So we went for
kebab,
fish at the time, and it was unreal.
So good.
And then you get your fish on like the skewer, and then you go up and get like rice, salad, sauce, and all of that. And they had a live singer guy.
He was
playing
so funny. Do you remember him? He was like in that
really
weird voice. He was like
like Louis Armstrong. Yeah.
But it was so good there.
And it was just really peaceful.
It was sunset whilst we were sat there. We'd watched sunset on the beach and then went up and sat there, I remember. And then
and you're literally next to the water, like it's just how you picture Bali, I think. And that was called Cabe
Bali. So it was supposed to be like cafe. We'll try and, if they've got a website or something, we'll try and link all these below.
It's a restaurant that has stuck in my memory from Canggu. It was
such a nice, and we just sat playing cards for ages, didn't we? And then went to Old Man's. So then after there we went to Ubud, which was one of our favourite little towns.
It's the most beautiful place. Like you can't not visit there. But also I was picturing it a little bit in these paddy fields, like in kind of in the middle of nowhere before. It had a really good town as well, with like restaurants and bars and stuff. But our favourite thing from Ubud was our day out with Putu. We found Putu on Instagram, so we will definitely link his Instagram so that you can message him.
You'll have met him in our Bali vlog. Yeah, he did a bit of piece to camera, and it was just so fun, wasn't it?
He was so lovely. He picked us up at like 6:30 in the morning, and we didn't get back till about 6 o'clock in the evening, so you have like a good 12 hours with him, and he just takes you around all the best places in Ubud in his car, and he takes so many pictures for you.
Over 1,000 pictures on my camera roll, like Instagram for forever.
Yeah, we got some amazing photos. Like,
so what did we do? When we picked up, we went to the rice paddies, which was cool. He like told us about how rice is made, all that kind of stuff, like these like huge fields.
Yeah.
Then we went
to the temple.
The holy water temple.
That was something like another amazing experience, because it was something that when would we ever do that anywhere else?
And we like went in the water
and we went with him really early, so no one else was there, so we got to go in on our own. We got pictures in the water, like just us, and then about half an hour later loads of people started arriving.
As we were leaving, it was getting really busy. And then he took us to the swing and the cappuccino farm, the coffee farm.
Oh yeah, that was fair. So
it
was a coffee plantation, which was so just amazing.
Then we did the swing, which I feel like the swing we might have done, like you can just go and do the Bali swing. It's quite famous. Whereas like going with him, like he taught us about the coffee. Like we tried all these different kind of things. Like just you wouldn't have done it like without a tour guide. And
then from there we went to the big swing, which was
so
just
fun,
amazing. We should put in some pictures here. Of it, or you'll have seen on the vlog if you watch the Bali vlog. But yeah, you're just looking out into this immense like bit of jungle, and then they put like a tie around your waist,
like a big skirt thing, and you swing off.
And then where did we go? He took us for lunch to this really beautiful place near a lake with all these
we
ducks.
Like sat on the like floating table, and then we went to the two waterfalls, which were amazing as well. And he just like knows the guys there, so we like went down, like had a photographer in the water. We were so tired that night when we got back, weren't we? Like, but it was so good. And he was obviously, there's probably loads of tour guides that do it, and we can't speak for them all, but Putu was so friendly, so chatty.
Really recommend it.
Would really recommend.
Markets in Ubud. This was kind of random. We hadn't really planned it, had we? But we were walking along in the town, and they have the markets. I mean, they have markets all over Bali, but
we'd been to quite a few in Vietnam, hadn't we?
And but I don't know why they're always just such an amusing experience, because there's just so much variety.
Some of our favourite times were at the markets. Like
if you've seen in Don Juan Vietnam vlog when we went to Don Juan Market, it was just the funniest thing. What did we buy from there? We bought I bought some rings.
Bamboo straws, some spices.
Coconut oil. I got coconut oil.
But I would just really recommend giving yourself like 3 or 4 days there. There's like so much to do. Like it's really chill, that place. So it's a nice place to have like a pool day if you want. So after leaving Ubud is when we moved down to the island. We went to Nusa Lembongan, Gili Tea, which is Gili
Gili
Trawangan,
Trawangan or something. Yeah.
and Gili Air. So again, we've just tried to choose 10 things, so we're skipping some out. The hostel we stayed in on Gili T. It was called the Broken Compass Hostel.
Yeah.
And a few people had recommended it to us before we went. And the hostel itself was like really nice, perfect location. Like, I remember it was like a 5-minute walk from where the boat dropped us off. It was just like one street away from the beach. And really, it wasn't the most sociable hostel we stayed at when we were there. But then other people, and other people, we just went out.
They did do like a bar crawl. But we just decided to discover on our own. But the rooms as well, like we were only in was it 4 people? It was like a 4-bed room, so it was quite nice because.
And the bathrooms were nice there. They were like big and like low, like a nice hostel.
I think the main thing that we loved about that hostel was that they organised a snorkeling trip which we went on. It took us to Gili Meno, which is the island next to Gili T, and we went to see the turtles. We didn't really see them in the, we saw them on the bottom
of the thing.
Yeah, the bottom of the sand, but the bed, the sea bed.
And again, another good reason to do that is because you could like hire snorkels from the beach all the time, like we did that another day.
Yeah.
But with this trip, the hostel had like their own private boats that they took us out on. And it meant, again, we went earlier than everyone else. So if we'd have just booked a trip off the side of the road, like a tourist trip, it might have been like super busy. Whereas when we went, there was only like a few other boats out. Another experience in Gili T. Gili T was good.
Yeah, Gili T was amazing.
Which you've probably heard us speak about in many a video.
And you will have seen in the Bali vlog.
Was we went stand-up paddleboarding, yoga at sunrise.
Yeah.
Just let that sink in.
So we'd been on the beach the day before, just chilling on the beach, and we'd seen this lovely lady.
Asleep, wasn't I?
You were asleep, and I was just sitting listening to my music on the shore. And this lady was she was like balancing a bottle on her head and like dancing. And I was just watching her, and she had her headphones on, and she was just in this zone, like balancing, like very impressive. I was watching her thinking like, how are you doing that? And she looked at me watching her, and she just waved at me, and she came and sat by me, and we just started talking about the meaning of life and everything and all this deep stuff. Because I think like she had this amazing spirit, didn't she? Like she was just so full of like happiness. And she mentioned that she does this yoga at sunrise on the paddle boards, and I remember thinking, oh my god, that sounds amazing. And there was a picture on like this, they had like a stand, it was her and her husband have it
was like a water sports company, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really? Like...
and they had this stand, didn't they, with a picture, and it was like silhouettes of people standing on the paddle boards like while the sun was rising. And I just remember saying to you like, I think we should do it. I think that we will regret this. Like, I mean, you had to get up at like 5:30 in the morning, but it's one day of your life.
It was so amazing.
So the lady is called Marky, and she has an Instagram page. Is it Yoga with Marky?
Yeah, or like Sunrise. SUP. We'll link her here.
We'll link. You should definitely message her on Instagram.
I'm trying to find a picture. And that's us on the paddle boards, just like
chilling.
Yeah, it was so good. The last thing on the list, obviously there's so much more we could have spoken about, like we did so many cool things.
Yeah.
But one last thing that stood out to us was on Gili Air.
Gili Air is like a paradise island.
The main premise of the island is there's just all these like beach restaurants and bars and
with
stuff.
Live music.
Yeah. And one of our favourites that we went to 2 nights was called, we think, Gili Lumbung. We'll tag their Instagram below.
Yeah.
And they had this live singer on. It was the same guy both times. He's called Abby Sumner or something. I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, well,
yeah, and he was like so good. And it was just live music. We were just sat on these beanbags on the beach, and they with like cocktails, like blankets. When you they were so nice. We were like cold, and they went and found us these. Like, it was just so nice. We just sat there for like hours, didn't we? Just like listening to this music,
singing along.
We played a video before. We were both nearly crying.
And you could request. Do you remember you could request? And you remember that man to his wife. He was like dancing with his wife.
Yeah, it was
and his daughter.
What song was it?
Oh, I can't remember.
A lot of the time we just stumbled upon places anyway, didn't we? So you'll find your own places, but we just thought...
it's nice to have a bit of a list, like on your phone, on your notes. Yeah. I think we're going to do one of these for Vietnam as well, if you would like to see that.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more places. It might be like top 15
Top
in
50.
Vietnam or something.
Yeah.
Top 50?
50.
Oh my god, be here all day.
Hopefully it's interesting to people if you're trying to plan your own trips and stuff. And we just like talking about it as well, don't we? So
Yeah, true. I think we annoy everyone by
Yeah.
how much we talk about it. But if
Have
they
you been
did
travelling?
it,
Have you been travelling?
the thing is though, if they went travelling, they would be the exact same.
I had a dream last night about our future travels. We were in Australia, so who knows where we'll end up. Yeah,
I do want to
Yeah.
go to Australia. So please
Right.
like and subscribe, and we'll
Yes.
see you next Sunday. And we will be doing a Vietnam edition of this as well
Yes,
at some point.
coming up soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Right, bye.